Ang atong takna karon 34 minutos nang milabay sa alas 9. It's time for the top of the morning news bites. Mo kaniyang mga balita sa atong mga tagsa-tagsa ka mapamantalaan, mga news websites, news outfits, newspapers all over the country. Atong sugdan kani karong adlaw, Abril 11. Mo kani headlines sa GMA News. Pure Gold nets 10.4 billion pesos last year in profits. NAIA. Terminal 5 rise as Philippine Village Hotels demolition begins. And BSP resumes policy easing. Say more cuts definitely coming. DOTR asks PAL to explain Haneda Airport incident. And SOJ Remulla to Senate panel, I cleared Duterte's arrest and flight to The Hague. Torre admits preventing VP Sara from visiting Rodrigo Duterte at Villamor Air Base. And Marcos wants in-depth probes of kidnapping incidents. And Kerwin Espinoza shot on campaign trail in Albuera. And the Kremlin says China not being drawn into the Ukraine conflict. Mo kaniyang mga headlines atong mga tagsa-tagsa ka mga pamantalaan, news websites, news outlets, newspapers all over the country. Pero adlaw, Abril 11. Sa ABS-CBN, Agri Department molds floor price for palay. And big-time rollback in fuel prices seen next week. Ay, salamat. Comelec says Nerve Center ready for midterm polls. And Comelec received 63 complaints on alleged vote-buying abuse of state resources. And House Leader backs Comelec's moves to sanction bets for lewd misogynistic remarks. And the CIDG Chief Torre says Duterte arrest was lawful. The Department of Justice police say they did not help ICC staff Amy Marcos, says visited the Philippines last October. And Trump tariffs sa Pilipinas tatalakayin sa pulong. And China says it does not fear more U.S. tariff threats. Mura man nag-pause ni Trump ang tariffs. I think he paused it for, was it 75 or 90 days? So mura ni siya og kaning yang rollback, yang gihunong temporarily ang tariffs except for China. Instead of rolling it back or pausing it, padak-an pa gyud niya. So muna na gitawag og tariff wars. Sa Inquirer.net, ang headlines karong adlaw, Abril 11. Quezon City dengue cases dropped by 90%. 123 barangays cleared of outbreak status. And the Bureau of Immigration, or BI, procuring new e-gates to decongest NAIA. And Tulfo grills PPA execs over security lapses in piers and Roro ports. And LTO eyes random bus inspections, driver drug tests for the Holy Week Exodus. Sakto ginang word Exodus. Murag ang siyudad sa Sugbo mingaw kay istanan. Murag og kaning kung mo istar ka diri dili ka mo laag-laag, dili ka maato sa mga beach, dili ka mo uli sa inyong munisipyo, sa inyong barangay, sa inyong probinsya, sa inyong nasod. Murag mingaw kaayo, murag ikaw ra. Andot jud kayo. Mag-drive ka, murag ka king of the world, murag ka tag-iya sa Cebu. What else? LTFRB told ensure free CR use in bus terminals nationwide. Comelec's technical call center operational starting May 2. And 3 big business groups demand reforms. Justice for slain Anson K, a driver. An EDP Special Cops chief in irregular arrest of 2 Chinese declared AWOL, or absence without leave. CSC order on non-partisan activities too punitive, says Adyong. Sulti si Remulla nga bullying there was a bullying at Duterte arrest probe confronts senators. PAOCC denies singling out Chinese nationals in Pogo crackdown. And one Cebu backs Camille Villar Senate bid for this year's elections. Let's go to Philippine News Agency. Mo kaning headlines sa karong adlaw. Abril 11, DA, the Department of Agriculture pushes for local hybrid rice production in the Davao region. Champion homegrown products, Marcos urges Filipinos, and the Philippine Stock Exchange gains on U.S. tariff pause. The Department of Foreign Affairs confirms second Filipino fatality, I should say, in Myanmar quake. LTFRB grants more than 1,000 special bus permits for Holy Week surge. And the Bureau of Immigration's OFW wing at NAIA T3 to fast-track immigration process. And according to the DTI chief, no retaliation over new U.S. tariff on Philippine goods. And the Philippines eyes South America, Middle Eastern, Asia markets to cope with U.S. tariffs. And Trump pauses reciprocal tariffs for 90 days. Like I said earlier, so 90 days na today. Murag ang 75 days murag pause nila ang ni Trump ang pag-shutdown sa TikTok. It's been given another 75 days. Let's go to Manila Bulletin. Manila Bulletin ta. Karong adlaw, Abril 11. Heat index in 12 areas including NAIA hits dangerous levels on this April. DSWD provides 132 million pesos in aid to Canlaon volcano evacuees, and Bam Aquino vows to push for monthly pay PhilHealth coverage for barangay workers. And according to the palace, according to Malacanang, if you have no proof, you have no right to ask follicle drug test from Marcos. And we should not speculate on Chinese research vessel off of Cagayan, according to Malacanang. And the Philippines and Morocco mark a 50-year tie with renewed commitments. This is the top of the morning news bites. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. Atong gibuhat, atong gibasa ang mga headlines sa tagsa-tagsa ka mga pamantalaan sa tibok nasod. Para dili na mo kinahanglan mabasa niani, gawas kung interesado ka, then moadto ka sa ilang mga website or sa ilahang moadto ka sa newsstand. Apabay newsstand karon. Palit ka newspaper ka ng hard copy if you like. Okay, let's go to the next batch of news headlines. PRC assists communities affected by eruption. Morning headlines sa Manila Times. Comelec sees peaceful polls in Dagupan City, and Transport Chief orders return of unconsolidated jeepneys extension of MRT hours indefinitely. Revenge, not ransom behind KS murder. Alianza to overseas Filipinos. Elect leaders who will fight for you. And Marcos economic aid to meet with U.S. trade representative on Trump tariffs. Japan top Yakuza group promises no more trouble. And Japan NATO pledge deeper security ties. Palau stands with Taiwan until death do us part. Australia rebuffs China's order to fight U.S. tariffs. Officials scramble to identify victims of Dominican club roof collapse that killed at least 184 partygoers. Grabe yan isa. Sa Dominican Republic na kaning murag club, murag kaning bar ba? Club, that they call it a club. Ang iyang structure murag na tumpag 184 kabuk nga matay. A Hamas leadership operating behind veil of secrecy. Mo ka na ang mga headlines sa karong adlaw, Abril 11. Sa mga tagsa-tagsa ka mga pamantalaan sa local, sa national news outlets. Mo ka na ang mga headlines kanato. Kanilang karong adlaw, brother, Abril 11. Okay, let's go to our friends from Sunstar. Mao kaniyang balita sa Sunstar Cebu. Karong adlaw. Usa silang mga headlines. The Cebu City's Department of Veterinary Medicine and Fisheries warned the public against buying street sold puppies due to rabies risks, citing a past case of infection from an unvaccinated mother dog. Oh, so dili ta patakatagpalit sa mga iro, especially ka ng mga cute kayo kanang kita mo ng mga mamaligya ayog iro nga kanabitong sa may stoplight nga cute juga ayo. Cute juga tanan. Magtanatan-tanaw ka murag lami kay paliton. Pero pagbantay ko no ana kaya paligrid kayo nga naay rabies, naay mga sakit nga wa ta kibaw. I think that should be illegal sa to sell those like in the streets especially. Nakit kamusad ay mo pamalit og iro kung mahimo. Although I'm guilty of that, my current fur baby, we actually bought it kanang pag si Cooper, si Copernicus. But eventually I'll probably adopt one. Another headline here sa ato ang local daily Sunstar Cebu. One Cebu party may back only 8 or 9 senatorial candidates from the BBM slate, according to Governor Gwendolyn Garcia, which is she announced last April 10. An aid distribution for over 450 assistance to individuals in crisis situations beneficiaries in Barangay Banilad, Mandaue City was delayed due to coordination issues between local officials and the DSWD. And the MCWD and Vivant Water signed a 25-year joint venture to supply Metro Cebu with 20 million liters of potable water daily through a large-scale desalination plant in Cordova. O gina kanang tubig murag dili kana po naghisgot sila nga dili kuno na problema ang tubig. Ang problema kuno nato is unsaon nato pag gamit sa tubig. Nindot ni ang desalination plant kay daghan dito kay tag tubig. In fact, majority of the earth I think is mostly water. Di ba gamay ra man kang yuta? I think it's what 70-80% is water. So it's just a matter of kaning inani nga na desalination plant kanabit ang kwaon ng asin sa tubig anya para mahimong mainom or at least na magamit. Muna ang ilang gisainan with Vivant, a 25-year joint venture to supply Metro Cebu with 20 million liters of water, of potable water, I should add. So mo ka na nga itong mga headlines karong adlaw, Abril 11. Ekang salamat sa inyong pagpaminaw sa Top of the Morning News Bites. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. Ekang salamat sa inyong pag-i-standby diri sa 105.1